Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is Derek from Certified Legacy, and today I will be showing you how to jailbreak your iOS 6, whatever version iOS 6, 3GS or 4 or 4S or 5 or any other iPad or iPod touches or whatever. I'll be showing you how to do that. Today I'll be using one of the most uncommon devices, which is a iPhone 3GS on a 6.1.6, which I just recently restored back to 6.1.6 from 3.1.3, and today I will be showing you how to do that. This one's not activated, so I'll need to be jailbroken to activate this, so I'll be showing you the process on how to do that. We will be using Legacy iOS Kit today. There's also another jailbreak called Aquila, which works for Windows, but I've tried that with Aquila and it has problems sending the payload to the 3GS, and I'm not sure why. Also, this is a modded 3GS that looks like it has 3 cameras, and I was gonna do that video like that originally, but it just completely failed, and I'm not even sure why. If you do want to watch something like that, I will just be redirecting you to the iTunes Fanboys video on that already, but today I will be showing you how you do that with Legacy iOS Kit. So let's get into this. So the first thing you're going to need is, of course, you need to be running a Mac OS on 10.12 or higher, or Linux. I recommend Linux Mint, and you can use that. So just plug it right into your computer, and you should see it pops up here, and that's how you know you're good to go. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to open up a web browser. Okay, I don't want that. You open up a web browser. In my case, I'm using Firefox because Safari is fucking terrible on this version for some reason. So you're gonna go in here and you're gonna open up this. I will link Legacy iOS Kit into the description, of course. And you're going here and you're going to install, go to releases, and you're going to install whatever version that you want here. For macOS, you're going to install macOS, and for Linux, you're going to install x86, and if you're on an ARM64 for some reason, you're going to install that version. And you're going to get this folder right here, and you're going to extract it, of course. And you're going to be using this folder a lot, so make sure to keep this open. And you're also going to open up your terminal window. This will apply for Linux. This is literally the same exact thing, obviously. So you're going to go in here. Yours won't look exactly like mine, because mine is filled with custom IPSWs. So you're going to go in here, and you're going to find restore.sh, and you're going to drag it into your terminal. You're going to hit enter. It's going to ask you to update probably, so hit yes. Okay, once it's done, you're going to go back and you hit restore.sh back into the terminal. And you can see mine is a 3GS, so you're just going to hit jailbreak. And it will be jailbroken using the RAM disk method as usual. So you will be hit yes, and you'll say send device into recovery mode, hit yes. You can also use POS6Pwn. POS6Pwn is kind of outdated, so I would not recommend POS6Pwn. You'll need Windows 7 for that. So Legacy iOS Kit is probably the best method in this case. So it'll be going into recovery mode in about a second. I'll also be showing you Hacktivation if you are curious about that at the end of this video, because that is why the whole reason I'm jailbreaking this. So you can see it's now in recovery mode, and now I'll be showing you how to do DFU mode, but don't get intimidated. DFU mode is very simple. It will actually have a thing on how to do it in Legacy iOS Kit, a timer. So you're just going to hit, so how it works exactly is you're going to have the home button and the power button. You're going to hold them down for like 10 seconds, and after 10 seconds, you're going to stop holding onto the power button. You're just going to hold the home button for more 10 seconds, and then you're pwned. So let me show you. So it's going to get ready, and top and home button. And you can see it goes and turns off. Release it, and now you're holding the home button still. Okay, now it's exploiting. And as you can see, it's showing a blue screen on there, and it's going to be running the RAM disk to jailbreak it. It'll have a bunch of text on here, and it'll pull up the RAM disk. and now it's jailbreaking. Okay, cool, done, and jailbroken, hopefully. So once this should be done, it should boot back into the setup menu, and you should be jailbroken. And I will be showing you the steps after you're jailbroken just to make sure that you're all good and you can get to installing tweaks and stuff. But I'll also be showing you hacktivation if you want to hacktivate if you're not activated for some reason, because hacktivation is relatively easy on the 3GS, unlike a 4S or anything that's not A4 and below. I'm not sure why the Legacy iOS Kit dev and other devs will not implement this into their things, because it's literally the same exact method. Maybe because they think it's something to do with bypassing iCloud locks, which it isn't, and that's completely illegal anyway, so I wouldn't do that. But it's not anything like that. You are just hacktivating, and it's literally the same exact thing for anything else. And you're doing the same thing on these devices, and even on iOS 7 where iCloud lock was implemented, it does that, so it doesn't make any sense. Anyway, you're gonna go back in here. You're gonna drag and restore.sh again if you want to hacktivate. If you are done here, you can skip to this timestamp on my video. Okay, so it should pull this back up here, and what you're going to do is you're gonna go to Useful Utilities, and you hit Hacktivate Device, and it's probably going to ask you to enter a return to continue, say yes, and you're gonna put in your root password, which is just ALPINE, and it's now going to hacktivate it. As you can see, it's just hacktivated it, and it should now reboot in a second. You should be past your activation screen. See, you're completely past it. So I'm just gonna enable this, set up his new iPhone, skip Apple ID, agree, I'm gonna say don't send. And you can see you have Cydia and you are activated. And if you do get some issues with Cydia, which you probably will, I will be showing you what you need to do. Also, it will be preparing the file system. This will take a bit, and then it'll respring your device. So give it a second, of course. Unless you can see my legs in the reflection. This is kind of weird. I always have the weirdest setups for this because I'm always on the floor when I'm doing these jailbreakings for some reason. I don't know why I do this like this. I eventually will probably be getting a corner desk over here so that it'll be a lot easier instead of just me doing it on the floor the whole entire time. So it automatically installs all of the fixes that you would want anyway, but I will be showing you some other stuff that you will obviously need. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Safari. And also, before we do that, if you are running something that is not 6.1.6 for some reason, which you probably are if you're on like a 4S, for example, and you didn't jailbreak and you're just jailbreaking now, you're going to want to go into Cydia and you're going to search up SSL patch and you're going to install it. So you'll just go in here. Because 6.1.6 does not need this, so just hit install on SSL patch and install it, and then you're good to go. You'll probably ask you to reboot upon install, but anyway, what you're going to want to do anyway, either way, is you're going to go into Safari, and you're going to put in this web address right here. You're going to put in tlsroot.lint.ca, and you're going to get the signed iOS bundle for iOS 5 Plus. Hit confirm, install now. And now you are good to go to mess around on iOS 6 however you want to. So go do what you want with iOS 6. I have some videos on what you would want to do anyway. On iOS 6, mine is 32 gig 3GS, so I can pretty much install anything on here, and it probably won't run very well because it's a 3GS, but it's whatever. So go install whatever you desire. I'm going to put on a different wallpaper because I can. Yeah. And go ahead, install whatever you desire. I have a video on how to make the most out of iOS 6, so if you want to go see that, I will link that in the description as well. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and when you subscribe, make sure to turn on that notification bell so you're notified when I come out with brand new videos. Also, share this to someone that might find this interesting and or helpful. And this has been Derek from Certified Legacy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.